Good afternoon, everybody.
Than that. So I'm grateful for this endorsement. I'm grateful for the support, but mostly I'm grateful for the role you play in our...
We found a party that's increasingly unifying around Hillary Clinton after her strong performance in the first debate. She also is seen as the most likely primary candidate to win the general election by Democrats and, the population as a whole, putting her in a strong position to make an electability case.
Because we exist simply because we're children of God, period.
Well, there is some news for Vice President Joe Biden should he decide to enter the race. He's seen as more compassionate by Democrats than Hillary Clinton. He's seen as more honest than Hillary Clinton. She's obviously been dodged by questions about her use of a private server while working as Secretary of State. And he's also seen as more electable than Bernie Sanders. Only about half of all Democrats see the Vermont senator as someone who could go all the way to the White House. So there is some good news in here for Biden, but Hillary by far remains the stronger contender right now, the front runner in the Democratic field.
Of the actual transition, he was extremely gracious.
It's a tough hill for him to climb, honestly. He's dealing with two Democratic primary candidates who have about $30 million in the bank. Hillary Clinton has raised total more than $70 million, so she spent a lot of that money building a pretty extensive infrastructure across the country. He would have to get up to speed on things like fundraising and operations very, very quickly to be competitive, and that's not an easy thing to do.
By reiterating a point that Simone and others have made. And that
it seems pretty clear that in the past 3 months, her numbers have gone up, and whether that could be due to people sort of processing the email controversy, deciding it's something that they aren't that concerned about, which is indeed what our poll found, or it may be a result of her performance in that debate. It was a very widely watched debate. She was perceived as having done pretty well. She got a boost on the email issue from Bernie Sanders, who famously said, "Everyone's tired of hearing about your damn emails, Hillary." 78% of Democrats expressed a favorable opinion of Clinton. That's compared to 70% for Joe Biden and just 51% for Bernie Sanders. So all these candidates are perceived as, majorities perceive all these candidates as good, as favorable. They have strong, likable opinions of these candidates. Hillary, though, is by far seen as the most favorable, which certainly helps her.